And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to be doing Amdapor Keep for the Summoner Relic quest, a Relic Reborn. So in the previous episode I defeated the Dorm Chimera and did everything needed to get up to this point. So the next part of the quest is to do Amdapor Keep, but it must be done as the job which relic you're going for. So in my case, for Summoner. Just going to start up some usual dots. And Bane is good because you spread dots with it. Just letting the group know that they're being recorded. Hello to you all. If you've come to check out the channel, then welcome. Hope you like it. Okay. Renew the dots. So once Amdapor Keep is done, I will continue the quest to see what monsters I need to kill leading up to Hydra. And then once Hydra is done, it will simply be a case of do the free hard mode primals, and then that's it, relic done. So because I've done the relic quests a few times now, it's becoming more and more straightforward, so now it's just a routine. And the only reason I'm filming it from every class's point of view is to just show what it looks like from every different angle depending on what class you're actually interested in. And it's a filler really, it's a way of spending time before patch 2.2 comes out. So after I've done the Summoner Relic, I will be doing the Warrior one, and then after Warrior I'll be doing White Mage. After that I haven't decided which one, but we will see. My intention is to get them all, and to record it from every point of view. Because I am the sort of player who likes to get as many achievements as possible, so it's just, for me it's an achievement to do. More dots, more dots. Sometimes the monsters die too quickly, I'm not even able to do things. So always try and keep all the dots up on all targets, and Bane is a great way of spreading them. It will spread it to at least 3 targets, should there be 3 targets. Now the abilities Fester and Bane can only be used by using up stacks of Aether Flow. And when you recast Aether Flow you get 3 stacks of it. Okay, first boss done. I'm going to try Ifrit instead of Garuda just to see how much more useful it might feel. So yeah, strong tank, good healers. Every single member of the party has more than 4k health, so straightforward really. No real challenge. One thing I have noticed is that the dots, if you spread them on Bane onto sleeping targets, will not wake up a target which is asleep. The only attacks, for example, like Ruin, direct attacks, will actually wake up sleep. So, just thinking about the Leviathan fight, how fun it's going to be, and how weird it's going to be, and so on. How it ties into the new story in 2.2 as well. after the second dodge, you stay in the middle for repel. Because if you're at the edge, he might throw you off the edge. But he throws you backwards in terms of which way you're facing, so if you're not facing the boss, then you risk being thrown off the edge even if you're in the middle. Never mind. We have to try again. It's because the healer died, so that's the reason we died. If the healer stayed alive, would have been fine. So, as the saying goes, if at first you fail, try again. We were both wondering why the white mage wasn't buffing us up. go. So, since I moved server from Masamune to Saga Tarnis, it seems I've motivated some of my other free company members to do the same. And the main reason is just because of Masamune, it's lag for us EU players, and the lag is kind of unbearable. And I have my own guide, which you can see linked on my YouTube channel, which explains how I reduce my lag a lot, but they don't work on PlayStation 3. So a lot of the members who want to move are PlayStation 3 players who just don't have any way of reducing their ping. And it can make the game sort of unbearable. And a few of the members left Masamune a long time ago, and they formed their own free companies on Saga-Tarnis, and they've been established here for a while, so it's just a nice alternative for people. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, you know. Despite our best intentions on Masamune, it just doesn't work for all players, you know. Sometimes you just have to make the decision to move. Doing the server transfer using the MOG station is extremely quick. You just simply have to make sure nothing is on sale on the market board. You have to take everything off sale. You have to make sure as well that you don't have anything more than 1 million gil. Anything above 1 million gil will be lost. So the way to counteract that is, if you have more than 1 million gil, is just buy loads of stuff which you can then sell on the market board on the server you're transferring to. A good one is things like Allagan coins, because they actually sell to vendor for a guaranteed price, whereas buying items might not necessarily save you money unless you have someone on the server who can check the prices for you. And sometimes if someone else has got your name on this server, then you'll have to rename, but if they don't, you can just keep the same name. I was able to transfer with the same name from Masamune to here, so. And the whole process itself, after the payment was done, took maybe 2 minutes, so very quick. They said it might take a few minutes up to a few hours, but for me it literally, like, within a minute of just logging out, logging back into the game again, I was already transferred. So, almost done. These two mobs and the boss, and then Amdapor Keep is finished. Okay, here we go. So, as usual in Amdapor Keep, when you get to the last boss, you need to stand next to one of the pillars so that you can avoid the imminent catastrophe, which is a huge explosion from the middle of the room. And I will always try and explain this content as if it's brand new, just for the benefit of any member who is still new to the fight, new to the dungeon, new to the game generally. I won't assume you know everything I'm talking about. There you go, so imminent catastrophe, that big explosion happening right there. So you stand with the pillar between you and the explosion so that you don't take any damage. But after that, then this monster spawns. So then you have to kill the monster just so that it doesn't become a burden on the group. Other catastrophes have to hide. And when someone gets this pink line on them, it means they're about to summon this orb, which is left behind on the floor. So what people then do is they just run away. And they leave the orb behind them. And this orb keeps exploding, so see, I have it now. So it's important for me to just stay away from the group. Then I run to stay away from the orb, because it will keep exploding. So because that pillar is gone, we now come to this pillar, so that we can hide for the next catastrophe. So as long as you're not in front of the boss or right behind his tail, you're fine. There's the next catastrophe. You can see it's being cast here, so... Black Mage didn't move, so the orb's going to be right on us. There you go, boss dead. Okay. So that's the quest done. Got player commendation, which is always nice. So let's now continue the quest until the next part of it, which will be to do Hydra. There's Rowena. So Rowena says, clear on the deal, then run along and fulfill your part. So I'm handing over the Amdapor glyph. It says, a carved stone tablet dating back to the 5th astral era, sought by naturalists and collectors of relics. So it says, good on you, this is exactly what I was after. You've honoured your part of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Okay, so we're going to deliver the copy of Under the Veil to Geralt. So we need to go to North Shroud. Let's go. Okay, here's Geralt. So Geralt says, back to pester me so soon. Judging from that smirk on your face, I take it you found what you need. So handing over Under the Veil. So it says, a transcription of an ancient tome documenting the trials and tribulations of a green-eyed woman, now all but forgotten. It says, aye, this text is about Wii U, alright, but gods, would it have killed the bugger to write that wrote it to use normal bloody words? It will take me bleeding moons to get through this lot, time I could be spending on kettles. Gar, while I try and make head or tail of it all, why don't you take this here unfinished vial of Wii U and try it out? As I mentioned before, it's still missing something, but it's all there shape-wise, meaning it should serve you just fine as an ordinary weapon. Seeing as you're a ripe old summoner, mayhap you'll be able to feel out exactly what it wants for. That's to say, get out there and fight some foes, as we yourself must have done back in the day. The Sylphlands over in East Shroud ought to serve your needs. Pit yourself against some of the Sylphid sighs, snarls and screeches, 8 of each say, then come back and tell me what you've gleaned. With the information in the text and your first-hand experience, I reckon we'll solve this puzzle yet. So we need to kill Sylphs in East Shroud, but you have to equip the unfinished relics. That's very important. So here's the unfinished relic. So yeah, so let's go now to East Shroud to do it. It's important to have the unfinished relic on, otherwise you'll kill the monsters and not get any credit towards the quest. And it's also important that you wear the unfinished relic when you do the Hydra fight, which I will explain once we get there. Okay, so they want us to go all the way up here in the Sylphlands. So I'm actually going to go this way to the Sylphlands. So auto run in the game, just press R on your keyboard. I'm not sure what it is for PlayStation 3. So once you kill these 24 monsters, the next part is to do Hydra, then after that Ifrit, hard mode, then Garuda hard mode, then Titan hard mode. Now the thing that can be kind of confusing about this section of the map is that going this way you would expect to be able to go to the right, but you can't, it's blocked. So to go to the right towards the Sylphlands, you have to actually come here, below and underneath to get to the right. Now the interesting thing about some of the zones in this game, so you can see the monsters here, they're about level 23, so obviously they're not any threat to me whatsoever. But as soon as I cross this bridge, all of a sudden they're level 43. So you have to be careful when exploring different sections of the map, because they can be the sudden like 10, 20, 30 level jump between the monsters on one side of a bridge or area and another. As I am level 50, it's no worry for me, but if you're low level exploring the areas for the first time, just pay attention to the levels of the monsters so you don't suddenly get killed without noticing why. Okay, here's a screech. So I'm going to summon my Titan to do it. Thankfully as a DPS class, my killing the monsters will be a lot quicker than when I did it on Scholar. Now I know where the monsters are because they're marked by these little orange dots on the minimap, as you can see. And they also have this Q above their head as well. So the Q denotes that it's a quest monster. I'm trying to avoid any needless aggro from other monsters. Now, the good thing for casters is that you don't require TP for, well, anything really, so you can use sprint as much as you like during combat, during PvP, during dungeons, during anything, and it will not affect anything. It won't affect any of your rotations, any of your skills, or anything else. So it seems that the monsters are not necessarily in the designated area of this red circle, so I have to look around for them. It's either that or they're being so over-farmed at the moment, because this area is used for daily quests. Hitting rank 4 with the Sylphs is where I got this Gobu mount from, by doing the Sylph dailies for a long time. So I'll simply follow the map and see where the orange dots are to kill the monsters I need. As you can see, the Titan Eggy has got more than 7,000 health, so it will be able to control all these monsters really easily. So these creatures are a little bit annoying because they're always attached, it seems, to this beanstalk. There's so many puns in this game. So this fate is called Got Milk Root. But so far we've killed 8, so we've got 16 to go. Just gonna kill them just so I can remove the aggro. Because if you have aggro, you won't be able to actually use your mount. I assume someone else is here doing the summon a relic as well. And it's okay to attack targets, other players' targets, because as long as you do enough damage to them, you'll still get credit for the kill. You won't get any items, but you will get at least the credit towards a quest. Okay, so I need 3 more of each. Okay, 8 more to go. We'll allow the other summoner to do damage to it so that they can get credit for the quest. Okay, 5 to go. So the reason I'm attacking this now, not that one, because that one is connected to the vein stool, but never mind. Linked anyway. So, one more monster and we're done. Okay, so now we have to return to Geralt, so I'm just going to teleport straight out of here. So as you can see, My classes are nearly there, nearly everything to 50 in the game. I only have, let's see, 45 Monk, 45 Dragoon, 45 Black Mage, and 47 47 White Mage to do, so 45 Black Mage. So that gives me 18 levels left in the whole game. Okay, here's Geralt. So Geralt says, back already. By the frown you're wearing, I take it you've got nothing to show for your time with the sylphs. Be as you want for better sport, and I know just the creature what'll give it to you. The Hydra reigns over the fiends within Halatali. A nasty piece of work that. Try not to piss your britches when you see it. So it says, a battle against Hydra is recommended for parties of 8 disciples, war or magic. The instance can be accessed by speaking to Fafajuni in front of Halatali in Eastern Fanalan. Okay, so let's now go to Eastern Fanalan and go to the entrance where we will summon Hydra. Or go in for the Hydra fight, I mean. So to get to Halatali, you go south out of Count Drybone to here, and that's where we need to go. And that's it. So here is where we'll do the Hydra fight. So anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.